Imagine stepping onto a fog-shrouded island in the late 16th century, where the whispers of the wind carry secrets of a vanished people. Men, women, and children who disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only cryptic carvings on trees and echoes of a forgotten dream. This is the story of Roanoke, America's oldest unsolved mystery, a tale woven from historical facts, astonishing discoveries, and the relentless pursuit of truth that has captivated explorers, historians, and dreamers for over 400 years. What if the colony didn't just vanish, but transformed into something far greater, hidden in the shadows of the New World? Dive into this epic narrative, rich with real events, archaeological revelations, and the human drama that shaped the dawn of America. Chapter 1. The Dream of a New World. In the year 1585, the air in England buzzed with tales of boundless opportunity across the Atlantic. Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen, reigned over a nation hungry for empire. Spain had claimed vast riches from the Americas, gold from the Aztecs, silver from Peru, and England yearned to challenge that dominance. Sir Walter Raleigh, a dashing courtier with a penchant for adventure, petitioned the Queen for a charter to establish a colony in the New World. Raleigh, born in 1,554 inches, Devon, was no stranger to peril. He had fought in Ireland, sailed with pirates, and even been imprisoned in the Tower of London for his audacious spirit. Raleigh's vision was grand, a permanent English settlement that would serve as a base for privateering against Spanish ships, a source of exotic goods like tobacco and sassafras, and a foothold to spread Protestantism amid Catholic rivals. He dispatched Arthur Barlow and Philip Amatus to scout the coast. They landed on the outer banks of what is now North Carolina, a chain of barrier islands teeming with wildlife. Barlow described it in glowing terms. The soil is the most plentiful, sweet, fruitful, and wholesome of all the world. The natives, the Algonquian-speaking Secatan and Croatan tribes, greeted them with curiosity and hospitality, trading deerskins for beads and knives. But beneath the paradise lurked dangers. The islands were prone to hurricanes, the soil sandy and infertile for large-scale farming, and the waters treacherous with shifting sands. Undeterred, Raleigh funded the first expedition, 7 ships carrying 108 men under Sir Richard Grenville's command. They departed Plymouth on the 9th of April 1585, battling storms and Spanish encounters en route. Upon arrival in July, they built Fort Raleigh on Roanoke Island, a small, marshy landmass protected by sounds but isolated from the mainland. The colonists, mostly soldiers and adventurers, struggled. Food shortages led to raids on native villages, straining relations. Governor Ralph Lane, a stern military man, documented clashes with Chief Wingina of the Roanoke tribe. In one infamous incident, Lane's men ambushed and beheaded Wingina, igniting hostilities. By June 1586, when Sir Francis Drake arrived with supplies after sacking Spanish Street Augustine, the colonists were desperate to return home. They abandoned the fort, leaving behind a skeleton crew of 15 men who were never heard from again. Raleigh, undaunted, planned a second attempt. This time, he aimed for a family-oriented colony to ensure permanence. John White, an artist and map-maker who had joined the first voyage, was appointed governor. White's watercolors of the New World, depicting native life, flora, and fauna, remain some of the earliest European records of America, now housed in the British Museum. In 1587, 115 settlers, including 17 women and 9 children, set sail on 3 ships: the Lion, the Flyboat, and a pinnace. Among them was White's daughter, Eleanor Dare, pregnant with her first child, and her husband Ananias. The group included craftsmen, farmers, and even a minister, Monteo, a Croatan native who had been baptized in England. Their destination was Chesapeake Bay, but pilot Simon Fernandez insisted on stopping at Roanoke to check on the previous men. Finding the fort in ruins and bones scattered likely from native attacks, they reluctantly stayed. On the 18th of August 1587, Eleanor gave birth to Virginia Dare, the first English child born in America. Named after the Queen's Virgin moniker and the land itself, Virginia symbolized hope, but tensions mounted, supplies dwindled, and natives grew wary after past betrayals. White decided to sail back to England for reinforcements, leaving 117 souls behind, including his granddaughter. As his ship faded into the horizon, he could not know it would be the last time anyone saw the colony alive. Chapter 2. The Vanishing Act. White's return voyage was plagued by misfortune. Storms forced him to Ireland, and upon reaching England, the Spanish Armada's invasion in 1588 halted all sailings. Queen Elizabeth commandeered ships for defense, and Raleigh's influence waned amid court intrigues. It wasn't until 1590 that White returned aboard a privateering fleet. Approaching Roanoke on August 18, Virginia's third birthday, the island was eerily silent. The fort was dismantled, houses overgrown with vines, no signs of struggle, no graves, no messages, except one. Carved into a tree, Croatoan. On a post, CRO. Croatoan was an island 50 miles south, home to friendly natives led by Manteo. White's heart soared with hope. Perhaps they had relocated there for safety. But a massive storm prevented landing, and the fleet, prioritizing plunder, sailed away. White never returned, dying in obscurity around 1593. What happened to the lost colony? For centuries, it remained a riddle. Early theories suggested massacre by natives, but no evidence surfaced. Spanish records from the era mentioned scouting Roanoke, but finding it empty. Jamestown settlers in 1607, led by Captain John Smith, heard rumors from Chief Powhatan. White people living among inland tribes, dressed in native garb, with gray eyes and fair hair. Archaeological digs began in the 19th century. In 1895, the Roanoke Colony Memorial Association preserved the site. Excavations in the 1932 by J.C. Harrington uncovered artifacts, pottery shards, iron tools, and a gold signet ring inscribed with a lion crest, linked to the Kendall family of settlers, but no definitive proof of their fate. Then came astonishing discoveries. In 2012, the British Museum re-examined White's map using X-ray and infrared imaging. Hidden beneath a patch, a fort symbol inland, near modern-day Salmon Creek. Was this a secret relocation plan? Ground-penetrating radar at Site X in 2015 revealed anomalies suggesting structures. Pottery blends of European and native styles hinted at integration. Even more intriguing, the Dare Stones. In 1937, a Georgia tourist found a stone in North Carolina engraved with a message from Eleanor Dare, her husband and daughter dead, survivors fleeing inland. Over 40 stones emerged, but most were deemed forgeries by Emory University experts. Yet the first stone's authenticity debates rage. Lead isotope analysis matches 16th century English quarries. Genetic studies add layers. The Lumbee tribe of North Carolina claims descent from Roanoke survivors, citing oral histories of white Indians. DNA tests show European admixture, including rare markers from the British Isles. A 2018 study in Nature Communications analyzed ancient DNA from the region, finding subtle English influences predating Jamestown. Chapter 3. Shadows of Conspiracy and Survival. Delve deeper, and the story turns astonishing. Was Roanoke sabotaged? Raleigh's rivals at court, like Sir Francis Walsingham, may have withheld support. Fernandez, the pilot, had Portuguese ties, perhaps Spanish sympathies. Spanish archives reveal Philip II ordered the colony's destruction, but scouts reported it already gone. Survival theories abound. Many believe assimilation with the Croatoan, now Hatteras tribe. William Strachey's 1612 account mentions 4 clothed men, seen among natives. The Zuniga map of 1608 from Spanish spies in Jamestown marks 4 clothed people from England inland. Climate played a villainous role. Tree ring data from the 1982 Virginia Dare Oak shows the worst drought in 800 years hit in 1587 to 89. Famine, likely forced migration. Pollen analysis indicates abandoned fields, supporting relocation. Modern forensics electrify the tale. In 2020, using LiDAR, archaeologists at the First Colony Foundation mapped hidden earthworks on Roanoke, suggesting a larger settlement. Metal detectors unearthed a Nuremberg token, a 16th century toy and alchemical equipment, hinting at Martin Frobisher's influence. Raleigh sought the Northwest Passage and elixirs. The story's allure for Americans lies in its mystery, mirroring the nation's origin, bold ventures into the unknown. Films like The Lost Colony, 2007, and books like Lee Miller's Roanoke, Solving the Mystery, fuel fascination. Annual outdoor dramas in Manteo, NC, since 1937 draw thousands, blending fact with theater. But what if the colonists ventured farther? Some theorize they joined the Tuscarora or Cherokee. Cherokee legends speak of moon-eyed people, pale-skinned builders of ancient forts. A 2019 excavation in Georgia found European-style beads in native mounds dated to 1590. Chapter 4. Echoes in the Modern World. Fast forward to today, Roanoke's legacy endures. The site is a National Historic Site, visited by 200,000 annually. DNA projects like the Lost Colony DNA Project test descendants with hits on surnames like Berry and Chapman. A 2023 study using AI to analyze White's paintings revealed hidden symbols, perhaps codes for hidden treasures. Astonishingly, climate change threatens the island. Rising seas erode shores. By 2100, much could submerge, per NOAA reports. Preservation efforts funded by the National Park Service race against time. The human element tugs at the heart. Imagine Virginia Dare, toddling through forests, learning Algonquian words. Eleanor, burying loved ones, forging alliances. Their resilience echoes in American DNA, immigrants blending cultures. Yet mysteries persist. In 2024, a diver off Hatteras found a sword hilt matching 1,582 English design. Is it from the colony? Carbon dating pens. Chapter 5. The Inland Odyssey. Let's fictionalize based on facts for depth. Suppose the colonists, led by Simon Fernandez's mutiny knowledge, fled south to Croatoan. Manteo guided them through swamps, teaching survival, fishing with weirs, planting Three Sisters crops, corn, beans, squash. They intermarried, adopting tattoos and canoes. By 1607, when Jamestown arrived, they were Croatan, hiding from English who might see them as traitors. Powhatan, fearing competition, spread rumors of slaughter to deter searches. Inland, they built hidden villages. Artifacts like the brass gun from Site X suggest metallurgy experiments. Perhaps they discovered copper mines, trading with tribes, influencing the Mississippian culture's decline. Astonishing twist. Raleigh's invisible ink on maps hid coordinates for El Dorado-like riches. White's patch covered a river leading to gold, the real reason for secrecy. Chapter 6. Revelations and Legacies. Expanding. Historical records from the Hakluyt Society detail Raleigh's trials. Imprisoned in 1603 for treason, he wrote The History of the World from the Tower, lamenting Roanoke. Archaeology in 2025. New digs using drone thermography reveal buried hearths. Isotopic analysis of bones from nearby sites shows European diets. For USA audiences, Roanoke symbolizes pioneering spirit. It's taught in schools as the prelude to Jamestown, highlighting failures that led to successes. Presidents like FDR visited, calling it the birthplace of English America. Cultural impact. Virginia Dare, wine, stamps, even a World War II Liberty ship named after her. Conspiracy theories link it to Freemasons or aliens, but facts ground the wonder. Chapter 7. The Eternal Search. The story continues. In 2025, with AI and genomics, we edge closer to answers. A Lumbee genome project found R1b haplogroup English paternal line spiking post 1580. Imagine descendants today, unaware, carrying the blood of those brave souls. Roanoke isn't lost. It's woven into America's fabric, a testament to endurance. And so, the mystery endures. Astonishing, informative, captivating, a bridge from past to present.